Hi readers! I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're enjoying our second book so far. We have Dory Phantasmagoria, The Real True Friend. Now, before we read our next chapter, I'm going to recap, tell you about what we read in our last chapter. Now, if you remember, Dory is getting ready for her first day of school for the new school year. And her brothers and sisters are telling her not to be a weirdo because her friends, or because she probably won't make any friends if she's a weirdo. So, do you remember that Dory was trying to get out of going to school? She was trying to pick her outfit. She told her dad, let's see, where is it? She told her dad that she wasn't feeling well and that she couldn't go to school. And then she asked Mr. Nuggy to come and help her get out of school. And he said, okay, I'll just turn it into a pancake, which he hasn't done yet. So Dory doesn't want to go to school, and she's really trying to get out of it. She's trying really hard. Now, I asked you yesterday on our last video to think about something that you didn't want to do and how you tried to get out of it. So my thing that I didn't want to do and I tried to get out of was I don't really like going to the dentist. The dentist I just don't like them in my mouth, cleaning my teeth, doing all that. So typically when it's time for my dentist appointment, I try to find a reason not to go, and I usually can't find one. I usually end up going, and I don't ever enjoy it, but I'm glad I do it when it's over. So let's read chapter 2, called Best Friends Forever. Hey, here we go. Chapter 2, Best Friends Forever. When I come down for breakfast, Violet bursts out laughing. Mom, Rascal is wearing the exact same outfit she wore every day last year, and now it's way too small for her. Mom says, oh, she can wear what she wants. It's not a big deal. The Santa hat isn't too small, I say. But it's a Santa hat, says Violet. While I'm eating breakfast, my mom sits down with me and says she has some important reminders about school. 1. Don't move the chairs and desks around the room. I already know about that, I yell. Okay, calm down, she says. 2. Keep your shoes on. Why would I take my shoes off? I don't know, Dory. I don't understand how you lost so many shoes last year. 3. Absolutely no bathroom words. Do you understand me, Dory? I mean it. Save them for home when you are in the bathroom, all by yourself with the door shut. Boring, I say. I think you're going to have a super day, says Mom. I'll miss you. Why is Mom not saying anything about the Santa hat? As we leave for school, Luke says, we are not walking with you if you wear that hat. Okay, fine, I grumble. No way. When we get to school, Violet walks me to my classroom door. I grab onto her tightly. I wish I were home in my nightgown. Don't leave me here, I say, but she is already walking away. Goodbye. The teacher meets me at the door and says, let's hang up that huge backpack. She walks me to the closet, smiling. I immediately fall in love with the closet. It's so long. It has 6 doors. There are no cubbies like last year, so you can crawl around. I hang up my backpack on the hook. I want to sneak right into that dark, cozy space behind all the backpacks. But the teacher is standing there waiting for me. Now let's find your table, she says. There's somebody at my table who is stuck in a shirt. I'm stuck! Help! I look around for the teacher to help, but she is already helping someone else. Oh dear, I'm going to have to do this. I pull really hard on his shirt and pull and pull and pull, and off it comes. It's George! George was in my class last year. Thanks, he says, and then he falls off his chair. Raise your hand if you didn't hurt your bottom. When he gets up, he asks me, where's Mary? Did you bring her? No, I say, embarrassed that he remembers. "Ah, shucks," he says. "She was so funny. I liked when she moved all the furniture around." I pretended that I had no idea what he was talking about. The teacher gives us markers and tells us to draw self-portraits. I draw myself as a dog named Chicken Bone. I give myself an eye patch, just 'cause. George draws himself with a bunch of creepy scars on his face. I peek at the drawing of the girl sitting next to me. What? Oh my. She drew earrings and earlobes and curly eyelashes and nostrils and a crown covered in jewels. When I look at her, she smiles at me. Oh my, holy cow, I don't believe it. She is missing her 2 front teeth. I decide at that very moment that she is my best friend. She is wearing an old-fashioned dress that looks especially poofy. She has sparkly shoes with little tiny heels. She wore heels to school. She smells like bubble bath, and she even has circle earrings that I think she drew on with a green marker. And I don't know why, but she is wearing her headband on her forehead instead of on her head. I decide to whisper something funny to her. Do you know what happens if you don't put the tops back on magic markers? I say. She shakes her head no. They explode! Pow, boom, wham! I say. I thought she was going to laugh, but instead she looked worried and quickly puts all the tops on her markers. But George gets excited by this, and he explodes. Pow, boom, wham! And falls out of his chair again. Do you think that they're going to become best friends? Let's keep going. That was fun, says George, lying on the floor looking dizzy. That's what he always says when he gets hurt, even if he's crying. He still says it. Then he leans forward and points to the girl. Your forehead is falling down, he says to her. What? She says, grabbing onto her forehead. He means your headband, I say. It's not a headband, she says, and keeps drawing, and then I hear her mumble in a very quiet whisper. It's a crown. George and I look at each other confused. At story time on the rug, I rush to get a seat next to her. The teacher says to her, Rosabelle, move over a little, please. Rosabelle? Did she just say Rosabelle? That is the most beautiful name I have ever heard in my entire life. Rosabelle, 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 I say in my head over and over again. At lunchtime, I sit next to Rosabelle, and George sits next to me. We watch in amazement as Rosabelle opens her lunchbox and takes out, first, a flowered placemat and a matching cloth napkin, which she places on her lap. Then a matching china cup and saucer. Then she takes out her water bottle and pours water into a cup and takes a little sip with her pinky sticking straight up in the air like this. Want to see the picture first? See that little pinky in the air? So silly. Then she takes out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cuts it up with a knife and takes bites with a fork while wiping her face with the napkin after each bite. I'm so busy watching Rosabelle eat that I barely have time to eat my salami. When it's finally recess, I get my first chance to be alone with Rosabelle. How did you get so poofy? I ask Rosabelle, pointing to her dress. She looks down and says, it's a secret, but I'll show you. Underneath her dress, she has 6 different skirts on. She shows me each one, and for each one, I say, wow. 1 flower skirt, 1 plaid skirt, 1 strawberry skirt, 1 polka dot skirt, 1 palm tree skirt, 1 very ruffly skirt. Guess what? I say, I have a secret too. You do? What is it? She asks. I'm trying to think of a secret. I'm sure I have one. I usually do. I unzip my lunchbox and take out the lemon juice. It's a magical liquid. Do you know what happens if you squeeze it into your mouth? You get very strong and you can fight bullies. Rosabelle looks really surprised. Are there bullies? She asks. Are they dangerous? I don't know yet. But watch me try it. I squeeze some into my mouth, but I get way too much. A huge, enormous gulp. It's so sour. I can't help but make a really crazy face, and I start choking and gagging. Are you all right? She asks. I nod my head yes, but I'm still gagging. Just then, some girls run towards us, giggling and screaming, saying, Rosabelle, hopscotch, hopscotch, and they pull her away. In the afternoon, we have choice time. When everyone is busy, I sneak into the closet for a super quick bite of salami. This is heaven. It's so good that I stuff some salami in my pockets so I can share with Rosabelle. Here, look. Do you want some floppy cookies? I whisper to her, which is my nickname for salami because I love it so much. She does not. After school, we line up to wait for our parents. My mom comes first. She holds my hand and we walk around the schoolyard gate, but a few steps away, I realize I just have to tell Rosabelle. I just have to. Best friends forever, I shout, jumping up and down. She smiles. Best friends forever. My mom says to me, really? You have a best friend already? Yes, I do, a real true friend. What's her name? Oh gosh, what's her name? Something beautiful. I just forgot it. Was it Annabelle? Rosebud? Rose Blossom? Oh, I don't remember, I say. What's my best friend's name again? Do you remember the name? Okay, that was a quick chapter, friends. Our next chapter is called Chicken Soup. Okay, so we've officially met the real true friend. Her name is Rosabelle. So let's see. I wonder if they're actually going to become real true friends because it seems like Rosabelle's not too interested yet. But here's our sneak peek of chapter 3. I forgot the name already. Called Chicken Soup. Oh, it looks like we have a class of monsters. I wonder what that's all about. Ooh, angry monsters. Ooh, looks like Dory might be getting into some trouble here. Oh, this is actually a short chapter tomorrow. I'm not going to show you that page. That's the last page of chapter 3. Okay, so, chapter 2. We've officially met the new best friend, Rosabelle. What I want you to do is I want you to think about one of your friends that you have. I know we're not really able to see our friends right now because we have to stay inside, but you can still think about all the things that you love about that friend. Because I'm sure Dory is going to be making a lot of fun memories with Rosabelle, and we can talk about our best friends as we go through this as a good memory. So that's the end of chapter 2. Tomorrow we will read chapter 3. Think about your best friend or any friends that you have. Maybe your best friend is your cousin. Maybe your best friend is your dog. I love my dog. My dog is my best friend. So I want you to think about that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.